Okay, I'm going to take you on the crash course here on the best salsa ever. Alright, here you go. You get a cast iron skillet of some type. I doubled this, so this is just half of my recipe. So if you want to make a substantial amount, you got to double the recipe. But here, about this is how much salsa it'll make right here, this size of my hand. But this is how much salsa it'll make, perfect amount, you know, for a party, whatever. But I want to make a little extra, so what I'm going to use here, the ingredients I'm going to use here, makes this amount of salsa. I guess it's about, I don't know, one of these jars right here probably filled to the very brim. So what you do is you get 3 tomatoes, put them on a cast iron skillet and flip them so they get black on the outsides, and the insides gets really mushy. You get 1/2 of a clove of garlic from the garden. You get 2 to 3 jalapeno peppers. These are fresh jalapenos that I have cooking here on the cast iron skillet. And you cook these so they turn black, so all the juices kind of get intermingled. And what happens is your tomatoes should be really, really soft to the touch and pulpy. And what you're going to do is you're going to use 1/2 of a bunch of cilantro. I really like cilantro. You can actually cut this in half if you want, but this is 1/2 of a bunch of cilantro. And you've got about 1/4 to 1/2 of white onion. You got 1/2 of a large lime, and you've got 1 green onion from the garden here. Other ingredients would be tomato sauce, not tomato paste, it's real liquidy. Kosher salt, crushed red pepper flakes, and some brined jalapenos. And what I'm going to do here is, here's my food processor. I'm going to add all this stuff in and try to explain to you as we go along what I'm doing here without making too much of a mess. I'm going to take my tomatoes here, 1, 2, 3, throw those in there. Throw my jalapenos here that I blackened on both sides. These are fresh jalapenos. Take my 1/2 clove of garlic. Throw that in there. The clove of garlic was braised too, but you don't want to braise it too much. If you do, it'll get a bitter flavor. So far I have my tomatoes, my jalapenos, and my garlic. And from here, what you're going to add is, if you really like cilantro, you'd add it all. It's 1/2 a bunch of cilantro, so I'm almost going to add 1/2 a bunch of cilantro. My food processor is getting filled up quick here, so I don't want to add too much. And then on your white onion, you're going to use about 1/2 of a white onion. Hold on 1 second, please. Cut that piece off, didn't look too good. So you got about 1/2 of a white onion here with this cilantro, and then your 1 medium to large green onion in the garden there. And once you got all that in there, excuse me, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of kosher salt. Maybe a little more taste if you want. I'm going to add some crushed red pepper flakes, not very many. That's about enough there, which is not much at all. Then you're going to add some of your tomato sauce, just a little splash of it. You can add much more if you like, but I'd say probably about a shot glass of tomato sauce. And then here, in this jar here, I have jalapeno juice, and this is brine jalapenos. I'll put a splash of this as well, the juice. About 1/2 a shot glass maybe. And then on top of that, I like a little extra heat to mine. So these are brine jalapenos. Add a little pinch, you know, 7, 8 jalapenos in there. And last but not least, my lime juice. I'm going to squeeze 1/2 of a lime. Try to get as much lime juice as you can, because this is really going to give you an awesome flavor. And that's it. Those are all the ingredients there that you saw me do, and the only prep I had to do was just fire roast on a cast iron skillet the jalapenos, the garlic, and the Roma tomatoes or beefsteak tomatoes, whatever you want. And then what I do is I put it all in the food processor here. I'm a little over topped off, so hope it doesn't go anywhere. And then I put it on the pulse setting and the food processor, and we'll cook it a couple times and see what happens here. See if we don't get a overflow here. If you like yours really chunky, you can leave it like that. If not, you can grind it to a pulp like this. This is the best salsa you will ever try. And because you did it from your own garden, just tastes that much better. Try it out, guys. You guys will be amazed how good it is.